And welcome to Tisted for day 5 of 6 of the 2023 European Equipped Powerlifting Championships. It's day 5 of the championship, day 2 of 3 of open competition. This morning's session is the women's open 63 and 69 kilo classes, and it promises to be fantastic, Gary Williams.
Yeah, it certainly does. I mean, obviously we've had some fantastic battles already, but today's really leading up. The 63 and 69s, these are some tough weight classes as well. It doesn't matter how far ahead you are on nominations, it really is anyone's opportunity. If you've come in here on a nominated prognosis, the clear favourite, we've seen it already, people beating themselves.
Yeah, and there are some really big names in the world of powerlifting in this session, and there are a total of 13 lifters, so the two groups will lift as one flight. There was the option of splitting it into two and having a 6 and a 7, but really that would have cut down recovery time hugely for very little benefit.
Yeah, I think running it like this is actually the best option. Plenty of recovery time, and in equipped lifting, it makes such a big difference to the outcome at the end if you've got proper recovery.
And this is Petcu from Romania, first out, and she is in the 69s and is opening on 150 kilos, 10 kilos below her personal best.
Yeah, she competed at this competition last year.
Brought that up really strong. 3 wide lines.
That'll feel really good. That's the hardest squat of the day, isn't it? Being the first person out for the first squat in the morning.
Absolutely. And the referees for this session are from Norway, Ukraine and Great Britain. Technical controller is from Romania. And should there be any overrules by the jury's from Finland, Sweden and Denmark. Now, Romina Bastin from Great Britain is next out, 162.5 kilos on the bar.
Yeah, I was out the back earlier in the warm-up room. The British team looking really strong today.
And Hugo Darte coaching this morning. He'll be lifting in the 93s this afternoon.
It's a busy day, isn't it?
It is. So 162.5 for a 5 kilo PB. Oh, it's lovely and deep. Brought it up well, that should be good.
Yeah, that'll be a big confidence booster for her.
Now, well-known name in powerlifting circles, Catherine Bach from Denmark in the 63s, and she will open with 167.5 kilos. And what a great deadlift she's got when it comes to it.
Yeah, she's been world champion and European champion on more than one occasion. And she's going to have to work hard today.
And lifting on home soil here in Tisted in Denmark, the beautiful town of Tisted.
Long lower limbs. A long way to shift that bar.
She got one red light from the far side referee, but it's good, 2-1. Now Kathleen Compagnie from Belgium is next up in the 69s, and she will open on 170 kilos. And yeah, I rather suspected the jury has overruled the lift of Catherine Bach. I was silent afterwards. I wasn't sure it was deep enough.
Yeah, it was
she
just
got
on
one
the border,
red,
wasn't it?
and the jury has agreed with the referee from Great Britain, in fact. and has overruled the lift.
And of course, Kathleen here is World Masters champion, European Masters champion.
And the referees say, no, I thought that was high.
Yeah, just not deep enough.
No.
187.5 kilos for Lauren Elder, weight 80.
If you're watching at home, and you're used to classic lifting, depth is a lot harder to find in those wraps when you tighten up. And there's a high probability when you're training and when you're warming up, you haven't really hit the wraps at full tightness before you walk out for that first lift.
Now we got Lauren Elder from Great Britain.
Yeah, great lifter, Lauren. Mike Gibson handling her today. He'll be at World Bench in a few weeks' time.
Both from Northern Ireland, of course. And Lauren opening 187.5 in the 63s. She got called up.
Yeah, she's strong in that midsection.
Very powerful backup. Well, she got 2-1. She got called in depth by the side referee nearest to us.
Yeah, I mean, from where I was sitting, it looked okay.
Yes.
But we are on a different angle, so let's wait and see.
And a lot of them are pretty close to that border, and it's difficult for us to say if it's just north or just south. Marta Chelta from Norway in the 63s, opening on 195 kilos.
First year in the Opens. She is a junior champion. Now looking to make her mark in the Opens. Well, she's got a very, very smooth squat.
One red again, this time from the center referee, but it's a good lift.
It just looked
2-1.
effortless, didn't it?
It did, absolutely. And it looked better in replay than it did first time. And we moved to the 69s, and it's Ingvild Hansen from Norway. Ryan's in the 69s, and she's opening on 210 kilos, and her PB is 195.
That is a massive opening lift, isn't it?
I'm just wondering if a couple of these lifters have changed from classic
Well, I think
to equipped. Certainly Kat Horsmith did.
Yeah, I think
that
her
lifted
squat
yesterday.
PB is a bit out of date there. I think she's got it bigger than that. Yeah, she squatted 215 back in 2019 in Dubai.
Well, it was strong back up. Coach likes it. Two of the referees like it.
Again, an opening lift that just looked effortless, didn't it?
Absolutely. It looked better in replay again. Close. Being coached by Ludwig Mern, that we saw lifting in the juniors on the third day of competition.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of these guys and girls backing up, coaching, handling, lifting, doing the whole job.
Oh,
that looks
wow,
good.
That looks a great squat.
Yeah, that was convincing.
She likes it. Coach likes it.
And you really want that on your first squat. You want to be really convincing on depth for that first squat. If you're not super convincing, they're looking a bit closer on the next one.
Get ready for your own
Now, one of
movement.
the greatest ever
One, slowly.
powerlifters in
Larissa
European
Solovyova, in
and world
red.
IPF history, Larissa Solovyova,
Yeah,
45
multiple world
years old
champion.
now. But on prognosis, and we may talk about this later, Solovyova's prognosis is higher in the 63s than anyone in the 69s.
Yeah, look, if she does her job today, she is going to be almost impossible to beat.
Well, I think if she gets one in each, then the battle is going to be for silver in the 63s. But there's always a but in powerlifting. Well, she got the up call from the coach, but we
Not
were a
deep
bit
enough.
doubtful about that. So were two of the three referees. And Solovyova must come and take that again, if indeed she stays in that weight. Now Radostina Lulova from Bulgaria in the 63s is opening on 215 kilos. This would put her 20 kilos ahead of the field in the 63s, with of course Solovyova still to register a lift.
Yeah, and as we expected, Solovyova has put up to 220, extra few kilos just to push through the wraps, push through the suit a little bit.
Yeah, the problem certainly wasn't bringing him back up. Oh, that looks really good.
It's a good
And of
lift.
course, Lulova, a very, very experienced lifter.
7.
Three wide lights. Now Ines Kara from Austria, 2 to go in the first round.
Get ready, bodies loaded for Ines Carter, Austria.
Looks really determined and focused.
Yeah, she's been really strong over the last few years at Europeans. Competed in World Games as well. Quick.
Oh, wow.
How easy was
Wow.
the opener for Ines?
Well, she gets a red from the center referee for depth, but it's good, 2 to 1. And finally in the first round, Catherine Zilberzahn from Germany, and she is opening on 230 kilos. The jury has
Yeah, I had a feeling they
overruled
were
the
looking
last
pretty
lift
closely.
on depth.
Catherine Silberzahn, Germany.
So that is a no lift for Kara. And here comes Zilberzahn, last out in the first round. Remember, there's no second flight in this morning session. Two classes lifting together, and at the end of the third round there will be a 20-minute break, and then they will come back and do it all again in bench press.
Well, this is an important competition for her. She competed in Worlds in Viborg last year and didn't put up a total. So she'll want some redemption here today. Oh, she hung around the bottom for a long time.
Brought it back up. 3 wide lights.
She leads the squad after the first round.
Well, she's 1/3 of the way to a total
That's
today.
it.
Maybe that's the hardest bit out of the way. And we're into the second round. And very quickly let you know that Lulova leads the 63s with 215. Chelta is second, 195. Elder third, 187. Solovyova and back still to register lifts. And in the 69s, it's Zilberzahn from Johansson And Bryans from Great Britain currently in bronze medal position. But remember, Compagnie and Cara still to register a squad. And this is Iona Petku.
Yeah, only a couple of years in the juniors. Really stamping her ground.
And the release today,
Yeah, I think our silence
two red flags.
was revealing just a little bit high.
It is really tough. I mean,
45 for
each
Cameron
you know, you come up for your second lift, you probably tighten the wraps up a little bit more. It's really tough finding that balance. You know, as we said earlier, I mean, quite often in training and warm up, you're not working with the wraps at that full tightness that you will for competition.
Here is Catherine Back
Slowly for Catherine Bach. Nice up.
retaking 167.5 kilos.
Yeah, just a little bit shy on depth. There wasn't much in it.
Coach Rasmussen barking out last second instructions.
Hamza Catherine, let's do it.
Well, that looked very similar to the first
Yeah,
one.
it didn't look a
Was
whole
it
lot
a
different.
fraction deeper? Yes,
It
it
was.
was. 3 white lights.
170 for Judith
And she
Rowe
breathes a sigh of relief. Now, Romina Basting, Great Britain.
Elder.
Good with 162.5, upping it to 170.
First loading for Romina Baskin, Great Britain. New personal best attempt.
Well, her PB coming in was 157.5. 162.5 with her opener. Now 170.
Yeah, I think this is her first Europeans. Well, she got a nice quick rack call, but it hasn't helped her because just didn't get down far enough.
I think the silence
170 or
from the
so.
commentator speaks volumes, because
Bars
we
loading.
don't want to call it red and then she gets 3
Let's
whites, but
go.
it just gave the impression from where we sit have been slightly high. Now Compagnie from Belgium missed 170 with her opener, taking it again. If anything, these wraps look tighter than they did in the first round.
Yeah, and it could be a case of tighten them up, give her the confidence to really sink in.
Let's go.
And the walk-up was solid, confident and convincing.
I think it was slightly deeper. But was it deep enough?
It was
no,
not.
it was not. Well, it was deeper than the last one, but the last one was clearly high, so she's in the 2 red club.
Yeah, look, it just goes to show how tough equipped lifting is. I mean, every one of these athletes have got, you know, an experience list longer than my arm.
Now Lauren Elder in the 63s, she's going 195.
8 years. Bars loading. Lauren Elder, Britain.
Of course, Lauren was competing last year at the World Equipped. She totaled 487.5 then.
Oh, that was strong up and she got the call.
She has such a strong midsection, doesn't she?
Yeah. 2-1, it's good.
202.5 for Chilton and Hanston.
She needs to patent that wrap run.
It's like watching a Wallace and Gromit film.
Marte is 24 years young and bar is loaded. Let's go.
Now Chelta from Norway, also in the 63s, taking 202.5.
Yeah, her opening squat looked absolutely effortless.
This will put her into silver medal position for now. But remember, Soloviova looms in the background.
Well, a little bit more effort in that one.
And good, 2-1. Now Ingvild Hansen will take 202.5 in the 69s.
Well, we've got an overrule from the jury there.
Yeah, that isn't entirely unexpected. So Chelta will have a no lift against her name. I just thought she cut it a little bit, but not for the commentators to say that, just to think it.
As long as we don't think out loud.
Oh, that's been known. Well, from my angle, that looked like a great squat.
Quick into the bottom.
And 3 wide lights.
Yeah, you get the 3, you can't argue with that.
Kilos for Inspire Austria. Soloviova, Bryant. Get ready for your second attempt.
Now Ines Carter, Austria, has to go again with her opener. 215 kilos.
Let's go.
It was very fast up. Strength certainly isn't an issue. Just needs to find a little bit more depth. That looked deeper.
Yeah, she looked from this angle, she looked like she really sunk that in. Let's wait and see.
And
Yes,
3
whites.
Now, this is Larissa Soloviova. She's upped it, as you said, Gary, by 5 kilos to 220. Hopefully the extra weight will help push her down to depth.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, she's an extremely experienced lifter, extremely experienced coaching staff. And that might just be enough to push down through the equipment. Yeah, this certainly isn't her first rodeo. Well, I'm going to wait for the rest. I'm not going to call it. Not deep enough.
Yeah.
He's going to go and have a walk to the jury and have a bit of a chat. I don't think he's going to get much joy.
No, my initial impression was it was high. It actually looks a lot better in replay, I have to say. It's all about angles and proximity, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all about where you're sitting, where you're looking from.
Now, Holly Bryan's 220 kilos. This to move into silver medal position in the squat, and to be no worse than bronze medal position at the end of the second round.
And James Brinkett-Smith handling her today. He's had a busy week. He was here with the sub-juniors as well, I think. The juniors.
Yeah, he had only one sub-junior and then had to hang around a couple of days.
Oh, she had to put in the work in the middle there.
Certainly did.
Referee
And
say it's
3
good.
white lights.
It was worth the work, though.
New personal best for Holly. 222.54.
Jenny Marie Johansen, Norway, 222.5 kilos. This to go from 4th into silver medal position with only one lifter to follow, who is already ahead of her. So this will guarantee silver medal at the end of the second round. Silver medal position, that is.
This will equal her best lift, 222.5.
Doesn't guarantee her a medal. 2 lifters have gone 225 in the third round. But this is to put herself in a good place. Oh, that was so strong.
Again, it's just effortless, isn't it? I mean, that was equal to her personal best lift.
She gets 1 red. But it's good, 2-1. And last out in the second round in the 63s is Lulova. 225 kilos.
An absolutely massive squat. And this puts her in good standing. I mean, Solovyova, having missed her first 2 lifts, has allowed the opportunity to Lulova to close the gap just a little bit.
Oh, that looked good.
Well, it looks like there's still a few more kilos there as well.
Well, it's all about angles. It's 2-1. It's good.
Yeah, and that solidifies the gold for her in the squat.
Yeah, nobody's going to come near that.
237.5 for her.
Yeah, it does, because Solovyova's gone 220 again. Lulova already on 225.
And in the big picture of things, you know, Solovyova having missed trophy too, Lulova's managed to close that overall gap a little bit and actually put her in a point where it might be an opportunity to strike.
Look at the difference in bench openers, though. That's the
that's
the
gonna
killer,
hurt,
isn't it? 95 to 152.5.
In equipped lifting, you've got to get them on the board.
And Solovyova's got to get the next one on the board, but this is Silverzan, 237.5, and this will give her the gold medal. She's working it.
She's a big smile on her face. She's pretty confident.
And that is the gold medal with 1 round to spare. She is on 237.5. Next best attempt in the third round is 230. And we are into the third round. And very quickly, Lulova leads with 230 in the 63s. Elder second, 202.5 on body weight from Chelta. And in the 69s, it's Silverzan from Johansson and Bryans. And Iona Petcu from Romania comes out for her third attempt. Missed the second one on depth. Put another 7.5 kilos on the bar. And taking 167.5.
Oh, it's a tough one.
It was deeper than the second, but was it deep enough?
Yes, it was.
It was. Great lift from Petku. PB, and she's happier than some people I've seen that have won titles this week. It's not just about the titles.
Well, that's it.
It's about the personal achievement.
Everyone comes to these competitions with their own personal goals. I mean, some of them, their personal goal is to win the European Championship. For others, there's different goals along the way. There's national records, there's personal best, all sorts of things.
Now Romina Basting, Great Britain, missed 170 in depth last time. Taking it again. I don't think there's anyone in this session that hasn't brought the weight up yet. All the fails have been on depth.
Yeah, there haven't been any major issues. It's just about getting depth, and it just demonstrates the complexities of equipped lifting.
Well, she got called up.
Let's see what the referees say. Not deep enough
called
again.
Up too soon. Just needed to keep. I think she could have gone down lower as well, but she was called up. She was just about on the border. I think another centimetre would have got her there. Now big lift now, Kathleen Compagne.
Yeah, got herself behind that 8 ball
My
here.
apologies. She's upped at 5 kilos. The only issue has been depth. I think that's Emmerich Van He coaching. My apologies if I'm wrong. And she is in the last chance saloon. This just has to be deep enough. Better to go deep and not come up again than to cut it and just get the red lights.
Tough position to be in.
Come on, Kathleen, deep, deep, deep.
Just need to have the belief in yourself.
Go deeper than you have to. That's better. That's better. Oh, we wait for the referees. Oh,
Not
no.
deep enough.
It's two
unfortunately,
reds. And
fallen victim to equipped lifting, the unexplained absence of depth.
some of them look better on replay, some of them look worse. That didn't look any better than it did the first time. Now, Catherine Bach had a problem with her first one, got it second time. She's put another 10 kilos on the bar. 177.5.
Look how tight those wraps
Yeah.
are.
There's Coach Rasmussen.
It looks okay from where
Yeah.
I'm sitting, but I'm not sitting in the ref's chair, so let's wait and see.
Yes.
It is.
Look at the celebration.
You'd think she just won the gold medal.
Is it celebration or just relief? And
Celebration and elation,
that's
I
a
think.
few kilos less I might have to pull in my third round deadlift. At a heavier body weight. At a heavier body weight. And those new to the sport, in the event of an equal bar weight, the lighter body weight prevails.
Yeah, there's only a slice of toast in it.
Oh,
She's
what a
fighting,
battle.
but
No.
just couldn't keep it going.
I think that was a problem. She did make the depth, and just the extra depth made it more difficult
I thought
to
for a
bring it
second
back
there
up again.
she was going to fight through that.
Yeah.
It looked like she was just beginning to get back under it, and the knee drops a little bit. And then once the knee dropped, she shifted forward.
Now we move to the 69s. And next up is Hansen from Norway, Ingvild Hansen. She's good with 195 and 202.5. This for 207.5. Just outside the medals in squat but she is more focused upon the overall title,
Yeah, and
and this will help.
This will also give her a couple of kilos on a best lift as well. And it's closing that gap too. Oh, she's strong. I thought she was going to keep it going.
And look how quickly the platform crew came in when she went down. As soon as there was downward movement of the bar, fantastic platform crew this week.
Yeah, doing a phenomenal job. And it gives the athletes the confidence to go that extra couple of kilos, knowing that whatever happens, these guys have got your back.
Well, Larissa Soloviova is in the last chance saloon. In fairness to her, she was called up, and she was called up before the referees decided there was enough depth. She knows how deep she went last time. She just has to go a little bit deeper.
It's not the first time in her career she's been in this situation, and she knows how to get herself out of it. She puts this on a board, she puts herself back in the game, puts herself in the silver medal for squat.
But more importantly, becomes the overwhelming favourite for the European title. But it all depends upon this lift. This is the all or nothing lift. Oh, that's deeper. Oh, that must be good. That must be good.
I think we're good on that one. It
And
is three white
white lights. And not a flicker of emotion, not even a puff of the cheeks.
Yeah, she's still on mission objective.
Now we move to the 69s for the next two lifts. Next up is Ines Carrer from Austria. Missed 215 first time, got it second time. Now 225 to get within 2.5 kilos of her PB.
Yeah,
and to move into silver medal position.
And it will guarantee her the bronze medal. So it'll put her up into silver for the squad temporarily, but because of body weight, it'll actually guarantee her the bronze.
So for a possible silver and a definite bronze if she doesn't get the silver, Ines Carrer.
Oh, sinks it in.
Yeah. That's got to be good,
I think it's good.
Only 2-1, but 2 is enough.
Yeah, if you look at the replay, she drops it in really well here. And from our angle, I think it's good. I'm not gonna say refs are wrong or anything, but referees have a split second, and when you're talking about squats that are borderline, you have a split second to make that decision, and that's exactly why we have a jury.
So Holly Bryant's Great Britain.
Big James yelling out instructions there.
A clean-shaven James.
Well, when he yells out instructions, you do it.
225. This is to move into the bronze medal position.
Oh, keep driving.
Oh, what a battle.
Look at the finish on that, though.
But
not deep
enough, sadly.
And as I thought, James was going to take a walk to the jury.
Well, that was my initial reaction.
But look at the finish on this.
Yeah, she fought that so well.
In the midsection here, you would swear it's over, and then bam, second wind.
Now, Radostina Lolova in the 63s. She is the gold medalist in the squat. She is the favorite for the silver medal behind Soloviova.
Well, this is a really important lift for her too. It lets her go into the bench press being a few kilos ahead. I mean, this will put her 10 kilos ahead. You know, and knowing that Soloviova has such an enormous bench, you need to be as many kilos ahead as you can.
Oh, she got the squad command with 7 seconds remaining. Now,
Yeah, she
was
was
that as
rushing that a
deep
little
as the
bit.
first two? No, it
Didn't look deep
wasn't.
to
No,
me.
no.
No,
2-1, it's a no
2-1.
lift. And back to the 69s, and Jenny Marie Johansson,
Co-head squad
230
bar squad.
kilos for a
230
7.5
kilos.
kilo PB. She
Silver medal
equaled the
champion
PB in the
squad.
second round,
In 69
and
kilos
this will
weight
put her
class.
into silver medal position in the squad. Currently in bronze, only Zilberzahn to follow, who is already ahead of her.
It's a big lift. 7.5 kilos more than she has lifted in competition before.
Oh, that's a great lift.
Look at that
She
smile.
loves it. Look at the smile as she comes up.
For Jenny
And
This-
3 wide lights.
The strength she has through the middle is just phenomenal, isn't it?
Fantastic lifting from Johansson in today's squats. And one more lift, and it's Katrin Silversson, and this will equal her squat PB.
And bar slowly,
And
Katrin
more
Silverson,
importantly,
Germany.
add more kilos to her total in her quest to be European Equipped Open Champion
Well,
2023.
yeah, we sort of say she came in as the absolute favourite, but she needs to keep adding kilos to make sure no one has the opportunity to take that away.
Or to take her own confidence away, and stress can be very weakening, and she's not had any. That looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, what a battle. All the way to the top.
And I think it should be good. It is. Three
3
whites.
wide lights. Well, we've had a great squat competition there. Solovyova gave us a little bit of drama.
Well, it just wouldn't be a normal day of competition without drama, would it?
Of course not, especially not equipped. Well, we'll go to a 20. Let's just quickly remind you of the medals. In the 63s, the gold medalist is Lulova with 225. Silver goes to Solovyova with that third round attempt. And Lauren Elder of Great Britain takes the bronze. And in the 69s, Katrin Zilberzahn, as you've just seen, went 3 from 3, finishing with 242.5 to take the gold. Johansson with a fantastic 7.5 kilo personal best takes the silver with 230. Ines Kara from Austria takes the bronze with 225 kilos, just ahead of Holly Bryant of Great Britain. We'll go to a 20-minute break now, although we've been talking so much, it's now an 18-minute break.
It's only about a 15-minute break now.
Join us again in about 18 minutes' time for the bench press. sadly leave the competition, and that is Compagnie from Belgium, who sadly will not be continuing. But we start the bench press with Iona Petcu from Romania. And Gary Williams, you're really looking forward to this bench press,
Yeah, I love
aren't
the
you?
bench. I mean, it's one of the most technical lifts in equipped lifting. It's one of the, I think, one of the hardest skills to learn is equipped bench. I mean, don't get me wrong, all the equipped lifts are very difficult to master and master the equipment, but I think bench has that whole other element about it. And we see time and time again, it's so hard to get a lift on the board in this competition.
There's so many different ways to fail. But this is Petco. And that's a good opener.
Yeah, that is a great way to open your campaign, isn't it?
Well, she got a yellow. Now, yellow on benches normally butt off the bench. There are other reasons as well.
Yeah, it can be a movement from the standard position.
Oh, yeah, the butt did come up. And it's been
Jury has
overruled.
overruled. And what's really interesting or great in this session is Lilova has put the pressure on because Solovyova missed those squats. She now goes into the bench 5 kilos up.
Now, this is Lauren Elder, had a great squat.
Yeah, she was so strong, picked up the bronze medal in squats in a really tough field.
And she has a bench specialist coaching her today, Michael Gibson. There he is.
Yeah, I've been watching his training. He hit 300 in training the other day. And it looked good too. Oh, it's a tight shirt. And she gets the lockout.
Bites it up.
And the referees say...
Well, we're not seeing the referee's lights. We still got the jury overrule. I think something has to be reset. And it's good, 2-1 from Elder, if that's right. Or was
looked
that
like two white lights.
Yes, it's a good lift, 2-1.
Really work it
badly.
down.
She got a blue from the referee on the far side.
90 kilos. Paris loaded, Radostina Lulova, Bulgaria. Busting butt, get ready.
And this is Lulova.
Yeah, so her role here is just to be consistent. We're not trying to add a few kilos. You're not going to go head to head with Solovyova on the bench press.
No.
But you can add some kilos here and keep in touch.
That looks good.
That's a great way to start.
3 white lights.
It looks so calm and collected out there, even when she got up, finished the bench, casually stands up. That was great.
Now, Romina Bastin, Great Britain, 90 kilos on the bar.
Just giving the spotter some quick instructions on how you want your hand off.
We think this is her first Europeans, Gary?
Yeah, I haven't really found a whole lot of internationals. Lots of British.
Yeah.
Done plenty of work. And plenty of experience in lifting. I don't think she's done a Europeans before. I could be wrong.
Fighting for that touch. Oh, that looks good.
That moved quick, didn't it?
And 3 white lights.
I looked away at another screen for a second, looked back, and she'd finished the lift.
Now, Katrin Bach from Denmark, opening on 100 kilos.
Just watching the replay, that was a great touch. She stopped the bar and steadied it so quickly.
A little bit of a problem with her opening squat. Hoping for no such difficulties with her opening bench.
Oh, fantastic.
Great lift.
Please be open for Katrin. Your base.
We are seeing some really, really great benches. If you're new to equip bench, this is clearly a session you want to be watching because they are putting on a textbook demonstration.
Not exactly typical equip bench.
We don't usually see that quite that many greens in the first round.
This is Holly Bryan's. Has a really good squat. She was just out of the medals in 5th place. She was only 5 kilos away from bronze.
Oh, look at the speed of
Wow. That was a classic warm-up bench,
that. That
wasn't
was
it?
absolutely spot on the money. 3 white lights. And I think the British team will be feeling a bit of a sigh of relief. They had a pretty rough time in Viborg on the bench.
No, Marta Chelta. $125 kilos.
Now look, I like when athletes come out and have a really quick chat with the platform crew there about getting the lift off. I mean, these guys are lifting off so many bars every day. And it only takes a second to talk to them. Yeah, I want 3, 2, 1 and out to here.
Oh, it's a great bench.
Great lift.
And the Norwegian cheers ring round the hall as another Norwegian lifter, Jenny Marie Johansen, in the 69s, comes to the platform to tackle 125 kilos.
This is some of the finest benching and equipped I've seen in a long time. This is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, the only miss in the first round has been a butt raise that was overruled by the jury. Everyone else so far good, and we just pray that the commentator's curse has not been placed on Johansson.
Steadies the touch nicely, really well done. You can see her really working to control that bar line then.
And 3 white lights. And the commentator breathes a huge sigh of relief.
Yeah, you've always got to be trying not to be too positive in bench.
Yeah, and if you're watching Ryan Lapidat, that's the way to do it. Now, Katrin Silberzahn from Germany, 132.5 kilos.
Yeah, she's having a good day. She needs to keep it up through here, put some numbers on the board, and keep everyone at bay because Johansson, they're right there.
Yeah, Hansen particularly can really close the gap. So every kilo counts for Silberzahn.
Oh,
no,
it was just a bit too tough there.
No.
We'll get to see the replay.
Do you think that was just technical, or was it too much weight in the bar?
Well, it's hard to see. I mean, we look at the replay. The touch was pretty good. Well, the touch wasn't real tough.
No. Maybe the shirt needs a bit more pop, needs
Yeah,
to be
look,
pulled
I
down
think
a
just
little
pop
bit.
that a little bit. A little bit more speed. We often talk about having to chase the bar up.
Ines Kara, Austria, 135 kilos.
equip benching, you really need to explode off the chest.
Yeah,
You know,
use our momentum.
Yeah, get as much out if you can at that first inch from the shirt, and then you've got the momentum to move into the triceps.
It's a great view of the effort it takes just to touch. And locks it out well. And 3 white lights.
And she's pretty happy with that.
152.5 kilos for Larissa.
Yeah, when you see the lifter lying down on the back, you don't really see the effort involved the way perhaps you do in the squat and the deadlift. So that's a good view to have sometimes. Now, this is Larissa Solovyova, 152.5 kilos. This to take the bench gold and take what will be an unassailable lead, assuming she gets her first deadlift in. And if you think this is a heavy opener and why isn't she lifting lighter, her PB is 180. So in Solovyova world, she is opening lighter.
This is lifting light.
Wow.
And she made it
Quite
look pretty
an easy touch as well.
Yeah, they haven't even really tightened that shirt up yet. I'm
3 white
really
lights.
interested to see where she goes next.
I mean, there's got to be tremendous raw strength, hasn't there, in order to get a touch that easily and pop that
That's
weight
right,
up at that body weight.
If you look at that touch there, I mean, there wasn't a huge amount of resistance.
Now, last in the first round, Ingvild Hansen. Now this will begin to apply some pressure on Zilberzahn if she makes this. It's 10 kilos below her personal best. Zilberzahn has missed her opener.
Yeah, and that's
the
a couple
whole
of kilos she's not gonna
dynamic
get.
of the competition could be about to change if she pops this up and shows there's plenty more in the tank. Because I can tell you Zilberzahn is retaking her opener. She is not going up.
Ooh, drop fast.
No, no, no.
You could see, I'd be interested to see the side view if we get that in the replay.
I would
in
say
this,
she touched too high.
because she was working through the shirt, then suddenly it just dropped to her chest.
Yeah.
And it looked like
And
she
the
lost
butt
all
came
the
up.
resistance.
Yeah.
Well, Zilberzahn breathes a bit of a sigh of relief there because that keeps the gap open.
They're both in the same place. And at the end of the first round, Solovyova leads by a mile in the 63s, and Kara leads in the 69s. But of course, Hansen still has that 157.5 to take again. This is Petku. She missed 70. Remember, the butt came off the bench.
Overruled, I
It
think,
was
did it?
overruled. Yeah, she got a 2-1. 75 kilos. No.
Yeah, you could see the line down to the chest there was just a little bit zigzagged all over the place. Didn't really find the sweet spot.
Yeah, and I suspect mentally she was probably as focused on keeping the butt down as she was on pressing the weight. And she didn't succeed.
Yeah, there are so many things to remember on the bench. You know, you need to really have some good cues with your coach.
Now, Lauren Elder, Great Britain in the 63s, having a great day so far. She's upped it by 5 kilos to go within 2.5 kilos of her personal best.
Yeah, she had a great start to her bench. Looked really good. Oh, it didn't quite lock it out.
No. I have a feeling that they took the bar too early.
Yeah, there's a bit of discussion there.
Yeah, I think on our far side, she was still in the process of locking out when the platform crew took the bar.
So we go the
Yeah,
bar
an
and
interesting
5
one.
kilos for Stina Lulova. Fasting bar
I think it
Now
was a
referee
Lulova.
decision called by the head
Stina
ref, though.
Lulova, Bulgaria. 95 kilos for her. She's been competing 10 years and she's a gym owner.
And this will put her fifth or fourth in the bench. She doesn't really care about the bench. She wants the podium.
Yeah, this
She-
is about just adding some numbers here. I mean,
She's
this is just
ranked
kilos.
second behind Solovyova.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this bench session for her, this is just kilos. That's an extra 5 kilos she adds to a total now. If she can add another 5, that's absolutely fantastic.
Then we have Romina Bastin from
Still in the
Great Britain.
63s.
Bar,
Romina Bastin,
triumph.
Great Britain. She's jumped 7.5 kilos.
97.5
Well, the
kilos
first one,
for
you blinked and missed it,
Romina.
didn't you?
It was quick.
Very slowly. Let's go. New personal best with 75 kilos for Romina Bastin.
And as the speaker says, a new PB attempt by 5 kilos. 7.5 kilos up from her opener. And I guess the question is, how much will the extra 7.5 kilos slow her down? That was Hugo Duarte. You saw coaching. As we said, he'll be lifting this afternoon in the 93s.
Yeah, if she can get some good power off the chest here.
Yeah, looks really good.
Yeah, there's a 100 kilo bench coming.
Yeah, 100 kilo bench club next time with any luck.
5 kilos for Katrin Bach.
Now, Katrin Bach.
Brian Johansson. Get ready for your second attempt. Very slowly.
Got to be the strong favourite to get on the podium with her deadlift.
Yeah, she is a great deadlifter.
But it's a really stacked class, the 63s, as is the 69. We're seeing great competition this morning.
Yeah, if you're getting on the podium for any of these, squat, bench or dead, in these sessions today, hold your head high because it's a tough crowd to get a medal in. Makes it look easy.
Certainly does. And now Holly Bryans from Great Britain. In the 69s. Well, this will be a huge PB as well. She PB'd by 2.5 kilos for their opener, and she's putting another 10 kilos on the bar, taking it up to 125 kilos.
He's got a big, big bench developing.
Great bench.
Yeah, really nicely done.
3 white lights.
Congratulations. Then we have Jenny Johansson.
Now Jenny Marie Johansson is taking 130 kilos for a 5 kilo PB. She equaled her PB with her opener. Looking to go 5 kilos further.
And again, important lifts here, these extra few kilos. And create some opportunities for her.
Oh, it looked really good.
Yeah, it did, and That was a great example of
3 white
really
lights.
chasing the bar.
132.5 kilos for two lifters on row. First,
Do you want to explain chasing the bar while
Yeah,
we're
so
between lifts?
we talk about chasing the bar. So when you're doing a quick bench, you know, the first couple of inches off the chest, you get a bit of a spring or explosion from the shirt, and it moves quite fast. But if you don't explode with it, you don't keep up with it. So you really have to chase that explosion and keep that speed moving.
And this is Marta Chelta. 132.5 PB for her as well by 2.5 kilos. These lifters performing fantastically in this morning session on the penultimate day of competition. That looks good as well. And again, one of the lifters that doesn't use a belt to hold the shirt in place. And a happy dance, 3 white lights.
Yeah, in a lot of benches and equipped will put a belt on, basically for the purpose of keeping the shirt in position.
Big lifts coming up now. Next is Silberzahn. Missed her opener and she wasn't really close to it.
Yeah, this is a really important one here.
What we thought last time was the touch was too easy, the press was too hard, and maybe the answer was to take the shirt down quite a bit.
Tighten it up a little bit. There's a lot you can do with a shirt in between lifts. You know, you can pull collars, you can twist sleeves. Again, it just looks too heavy, doesn't it?
She would get blues even if she'd locked out, I'm afraid. And she, well, the overwhelming favourite for the title, and she has one more chance. But we've seen this in equipped lifting again and again, and we've seen it again and again this week, people coming back and getting the third, having missed the first two.
Yeah, it's a normal process in equipped bench. I mean, it's quite common. Miss your opener, miss your second, and then absolutely smoke your third like there was nothing ever wrong.
And then look at the commentators and say, what was all the fuss about? So this is Ines Carter, Austria. This to equal her personal best, 140 kilos. Oh, that looked really good.
Yeah, I think that's a good lift. It is.
3 whites. Now Ingveld Hansen retaking 157.5 kilos. Now if we assume Silberzahn makes her third attempt, this is the lift that could close the gap. But what she really wants is to make this and then add some more kilos with the next one.
Getting this is really important because then she has the opportunity to add another 5 or even another 10 kilos to really close that gap down, where Silberzahn doesn't have that opportunity now.
So a huge lift for Hansen in every sense of the word. Looks better.
Again, just struggling to get the power off the chest.
Oh dear. And she didn't seem to do anything wrong there.
No,
she
looked
like
she got
folded
a good chest.
the first time. That was perfect touch. Just couldn't get it going.
Yeah, it looks like she pressed a little bit straight up to get that bit of backward movement going a little bit.
Now Larissa has gone up from 152.5 to 160.
And her personal best is actually not 180, it's 181.5. You look across the board and she holds all the records.
Incredible lifter, multiple World Games champion.
Yeah.
And there's no many lifters you can say that about.
She's got so many medals and trophies. I mentioned she's probably got a special room at home.
Probably got a special home.
And she's getting re-racked here.
She's
I'm
been
not
told
really
to
sure why.
replace.
And it's going
She
to be
may be
tight.
timed out. Oh, you can see the clock.
Oh, she gets in with 1 second.
But has she set up properly? No, she hadn't had the chance to set
She had
up.
to rush that, unfortunately. I think it was for elbows that she got re-racked. Her elbows weren't locked. I couldn't be 100% sure, though.
And the rule is if the chief referee can't give the start command within 5 seconds, he or she must order the bar to be re-racked, explain to the lifter why the command wasn't given, and then go again. And that's why it's so important to get out there early, because if you use up all your time and you have to re-rack, you just don't have enough time. And we're into the third round, and this is Petcu from Romania, and she needs this to stay in the competition.
Yeah, her first one looked great. Her butt lifted just a smidge, but it was enough to get overruled by the jury.
Second one, she wasn't close, and the butt came up again.
Yeah.
So in a world of trouble, and we wish her well. No,
just got off line there. You could almost see that was going to happen the way she touched.
Sadly, Petcu cannot make a total.
Yeah, welcome to the world of equip benching.
Now Lauren Elder, well, she was hoping to get a retake of her second round lift. She believed that the platform crew took her right side too
she
soon.
felt like she was still pushing.
Yeah.
And look, that does happen occasionally. And you know, from your lifting position, sometimes it does feel like you're still pushing, but nothing's happening.
So this is 92.5 again.
Yeah, well, she wants to push this one super fast off the chest.
No.
And just burn up a bit too much energy. I think she gives the best facial expressions of all lifters when she leaves the platform.
Yeah. She wouldn't be much of a poker player, would she?
There's always something new.
So Radostina Lolova from Bulgaria is looking to take 100 kilos and looking to become the best of the rest behind Solovyova.
Yeah, she's so composed too, isn't she?
Great lifting.
I think that looked just like her other two lifts.
It did, exactly the same.
Absolutely composed.
Now Romina Bastin. Well, we said maybe she'd join the 100 club.
105.
She's looking to join it and then some. I think I'd have been tempted just 100 just to get there, but no, she has loftier goals. And 105 on the bar.
As we said earlier, people come to competitions with different goals, and this, is quite possibly one of her goals was to break past that 100, hit the 105 in a competition. She may well have done this in training several times already. Oh, it's there.
Yo.
Oh, that left arm, though.
I wonder. Yeah, it's good.
She gets it.
Three wide lights. And she smiles at the Brits in the audience. Yeah, just watch what Gary was talking about with the left arm. It was locked and then it almost unlocked again. But it's good. Now, Catherine back. 107.5 for the great Danish lifter. Now Masters 1.
This will put her up into the bronze medal position. Currently, Bustings has the bronze medal in bench.
In the 63s, this is. That's the bronze, and nobody can take that away. And it's not often we see the big deadlifter getting a bench medal.
Yeah, it's a pretty rare occasion. But she is one heck of an athlete.
Now, in the 69s, Holly Bryans, she is third in the bench press. This 130 will not change that. But there are lifters who follow who can take it away.
Yeah, she'll have to sit back and watch. So she has the bronze. Obviously, Hansen and Silverzahn can take that away.
So this is Holly Bryans. That's a great lift.
Yeah, that was absolutely fantastic. 130, a massive personal best.
Big lift coming up now. This is the pre-competition favorite in the 69s. The gold medalist in the squat, and she needs this to remain in the competition. And the crowd is behind her. She's smiling. They would have talked long and hard backstage. There's been a reasonable turnover time. She will know exactly what she needs to do, and all she has to do is execute the plan, and if she does, she will have one hand on the European Championship title. Almost an all or nothing lift for Silverzahn. No,
Just
no,
isn't there today.
Oh dear.
So
And
she beats herself out of the
Silverzahn
competition.
has gone.
If Hansen wants a shot at it, she's going to have to get her third one on.
Well, this is Jenny Marie Johansson.
And she now has a shot at the European World Championship. The door is open. She's got a bench on.
Suddenly
She looks
Johansson and Hansen and Kara all have a chance of the European title. And Bryans, the four
Bryans
remaining lifters,
up on the podium.
all have a chance. Working for the touch. That shirt is tight.
Oh,
I think that's good. I think that's good.
See.
I think it was uneven rather than downward.
It was.
Yes, 3 white lights. How happy is she? I mean, no one likes to see another lifter go out, but if another lifter does, you've got to be in a position to take advantage of that. Now, Marta Chelta, this is in the 63s. And she is the silver medalist in bench behind Soloviova.
And just looking at the numbers in the 69s, Bryans has a massive deadlift on her.
Yeah.
And could manage to push herself up into the podium finish.
Oh, the 69s, I mean, there's only 4 left, and that could even become 3. But before that, Chelta.
He has the silver medal in bench. And I think she's got it there.
Yeah, it looks good.
It
Three
is.
white lights. Another happy dance.
A hop and a skip.
3 final lefts. Please left in this.
3 more lifts to go. This is Ines Carter.
Competition 142.5 kilos for Ines Carter and boys loaded. Ranked from first place. 69
And this
kilos.
puts her in with a chance of a podium.
Yeah, and this is really important. These 2.5 kilos
Yeah.
here, if she misses this, it really does open the door for Bryans to take advantage of it in the deadlift session. Well, we always say
She's
you can't win
lifted
on
really
prognosis.
well. 135, 140. Can she go 3 from 3? Just trying for that extra 2.5 kilos. It could be so important in an hour's time. Oh,
I
yes,
think
I
she's
think
there.
that's good.
Nice. Good job.
3 white lights.
Congratulations. New personal best.
Oh, this is the big one.
Hansen, Norway.
This is the big one.
But again, like Zilberson, first 2 attempts didn't look convincing.
If she makes this, she is potentially the favorite for the title. If she doesn't make it, she is out. And we are down from 7 to 3. Such drama. Coach looks on anxiously. Last chance to stay in the competition for Ingvild Hansen. Well, I'm going to wait for the
Yeah,
referees.
I'm not calling that one.
No,
No.
blues. We kind of thought
It was
that.
downward movement, and
it's
I think
3 blues.
I think she also half jumped the command as well.
There was a
Yeah.
downward movement. Gary, this is carnage in the 69s. We have lost more than half the field. The 3 remaining just need to get a deadlift in and they all
Yeah.
make the podium.
Well,
And who's to
we won't say
guarantee
it's-
that
we
even
won't
that's
say it's
going to
settled
happen?
yet. And right now, though,
And this is Soloviova, the final bench press of a quite extraordinary bench session on day 2 of the Open, day 5 of the 2023 European Equipped Powerlifting Championships. 160 for Soloviova. Remember, she had to re-rack last time and ran out of time. No, that's not
Yeah,
locked out,
I
is
don't
it?
know about that.
Unless my angles are totally wrong.
no, it's not. She's got a double movement there as well, I think. Yeah, bench just isn't at the level it usually is.
Well, we're just watching the
Yeah.
replay before we see anything else.
Just a smidge of a downward movement about halfway
And I'm not
through the
sure
lift.
these elbows are fully locked either. But it is
But she got a first
no
one in.
lift. Yeah, she did. She's in the competition. And there's a lot in the 69s that aren't well. Let's just give you a quick summary after that. Soloviova wins the bench with her opener of 152.5. Chelta takes the silver. Bach takes the bronze. And in the 69s, Carter takes the gold. Johansson the silver. Bryans the bronze. But if we look at the subtotals before we go to the break, I'm not sure if we can see them or not. Yes, we can. You can see Soloviova's on 372.5, 40 kilos ahead of Chelta. She's a good deadlifter anyway. She just has to get her opener in. But is it going to be a problem with that on a day like this? And in the 69s, only 3 of the 7 lifters remain. Carter is in the lead, 367.5, only 2.5 kilos ahead of Johansson. who is in turn 15 kilos ahead of Brian's, but Brian's has a
Well, she's a
big
great deadlift.
deadlifter.
And I mean, we know we talk 17.5 kilos. But when it
I'm
comes
seeing
to
jury
deadlift,
has overruled. I'm not sure, is that just a trial thing? Yeah, it's just a trial.
so yeah, we're talking 17.5 kilos, but realistically, Brian's a solid deadlift. All you need is one of these other lifters to make one mistake and the door's open
Yeah.
to maybe go after a silver or even a gold medal.
What a fantastic, enthralling and dramatic morning so far. In 18 minutes time, it will all be determined as we reach the deadlifts. Join us again then. and welcome back to Tisted on day 5 of 6 in the 2023 European Equipped Powerlifting Championships. I'm joined again by Gary Williams just as the deadlift is about to get underway. And Gary, if we look very quickly at the subtotals, Soloviova just has to get her opening deadlift in to be the champion in the 63s. But look at the 69s.
Yeah, that's where
Any
it's
of
happening.
them could take it. All of them will take medals if they get a deadlift in. And it promises to be a quite explosive conclusion. I think we used the word carnage for the 69s.
I think Bryans is going to get her opening deadlift on and then throw to hell to leather and go after the gold. I think she's going to take a shot at it, and why not? And of course, these competitions, absolutely fantastic. I hope everyone's been enjoying this week. It's been absolutely amazing. But remember, none of this is possible without our great sponsors, SPD and Rogue. To get behind these competitions, get behind the federation, get behind the athletes as well. And if you're coming to the stadium for today or the last day, bring your wallets with you, because SBD are here and they got plenty of gear for you.
And this is Romina Bastin from Great Britain. If you are just joining us, where have you been? It's been fantastic. We have the 63 and 69 kilo women's classes in the one flight. Romina Bastin is in the 63s and is opening on 120 kilos. Quite conservative, just get one on the board.
Oh, just struggled at the top there. And you can see the expression on her face. She's not sure where it went wrong.
No, I think she was like a couple of others this week. She was expecting it to be easy, and it wasn't as easy as she thought.
Well, it can happen too. I mean, you can put an easy opener on there for your deadlift, and you don't really fire up as much for it, not really factoring the fatigue.
Now, this is Petcu from Romania, one of the 4 lifters who has gone. One left us in the after squat, and decided to take no further part in the competition. Petku's one of 3 who failed to register a bench, but she can still contend for deadlift medals and of course just get the platform experience.
Yeah, it was a really tough one for her. She opened on 70 on the bench, got overturned by the jury and just couldn't put the 75 up.
And I guess part of the message there is stick with the 70. If you could do it once, you can do it again.
Yeah, it's always a tough call. I mean, obviously in classic lifting, we very, very rarely go up if we miss our opening lift on any discipline. In equipped, it's a little bit different. But yeah, in that case, I think maybe 70 would have been a better choice.
Hindsight, isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, it's an amazing thing, hindsight.
Now, this is Cara in the 69s, one of 3 that can still contend for the title. Quite simply, if she makes this, she is on the podium. And I see Bryans has upped her opener by 5.
Yeah, I thought it was 185 to begin with.
And that looked easy. Well, she's now on the podium. Now Marta Chelta from Norway in the 63s. She is one of 2 lifters behind Soloviova that is battling for the overall silver. In saying that, we assume Soloviova gets a deadlift in.
Well, anything can happen, and it already has. We've seen it today.
Yeah, and Soloviova just got in by the skin of her teeth with a 3rd squat.
Yeah, 3rd squat, only got her opening bench in.
182.5 kilos for Lauren Elder, Great Britain.
Now Lauren Elder, Great Britain, bit disappointed with her 2nd bench.
Yeah, didn't have a great day on bench. Got 1 on the board, so she stays in it. She's got a good deadlift though. She's a strong deadlifter.
I'm just wondering if Lauren thinks this might be the day that the 200 deadlift will fall. 182.5 for her opener.
see how this one moves, and then we'll get an indication of where she's going to go. Oh, I think today's the day.
It could well be.
Yeah, I think they'll go up 10 kilos.
But we saw Emma Goodwin yesterday smash 190 and not make 195.5. It's
yeah, you've got to manage fatigue, and it's really difficult to judge.
now this is Ingvild Hansen in the 69. She can only contend in the deadlift, sadly. Didn't get a bench in, and she was not on her own. Half the field didn't get a bench in, and we are down from 7 to 3 that can still contend for the title. It's like running a marathon and all the others drop out, and suddenly you were 10th, and the next thing you're in the lead.
Yeah, I mean, part of this sport, and particularly in equipped, is getting the lifts on the board.
Now Radostina from Bulgaria in the 63s is opening 190.
She has been in very, very good form today. Every
And our
single
benches
lift.
all look the same.
Yeah, and she
Third
just
didn't look any harder than the first.
She looks relaxed. She looks composed. And still the same.
Yeah, 3 white lights. No celebration.
Just absolutely on the money.
Now Jenny Marie Johansson in the 69s. This will put her to 5.55 and lead over Cara, who has 5.40. Oh wow.
Looks good.
Now Holly Bryant's Great Britain.
Yeah, this is the one we want to watch.
This
see how
to
fast
get on
this
the
moves.
podium.
Gets this on the board. She is guaranteed a bronze medal at the European Championship.
But do her ambitions now extend further than that? She's within 2.5 kilos of her PB with her opener. Oh wow!
That was a rocket of a deadlift, wasn't
What a deadlift!
it? I'll be out the back doing the numbers now.
Now Katrin Zilberzahn, the overwhelming favourite for the title before she failed to make a bench.
Yeah, just couldn't put one on the board today.
And I know the deadlift gold will be scant consolation. She of course got the gold in squat as well. But it's a good lift. It didn't look as easy as some of the others.
It took a long time to get the
But
down
then it was
command.
heavier than any of the others. And 3 white lights.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how much those missed lifts on bench are fatigued. I mean, a fail tends to take a lot more out of you than a good lift.
Now 2 to go, both in the 63s. Next up it's Solovyova with 200.
Well, needs to put this one on the board to lock it all away. She puts this one on, she's pretty much foregone conclusion.
Yeah,
The European champion.
this is for the title. This would give her 5.72. Next best 5.15. We're just waiting for the referees. Yeah, there was one blue. It was, just seemed to be almost a bounce back at the top.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the jury to see what sort of discussions they're having over there.
But meantime, Catherine back,
Bars
207.5. For reference, the world record is 225, Masters 1. World and European record is the same. All business, 3 wide lights.
Second round.
And we are into the second round already.
Betko, Carter. Get ready for your second attempt.
And we can see that if we look at the deadlifts first, back leads from Soloviova and Lulova in the 63s. Zilberzan leads from Johansson, and Bryan's only separated by body weight in the 69s. And in subtotals, well, Soloviova is the champion, but in the 69s only 15 kilos covers the top
Yeah, there's not much
three.
in it.
And the top 2 only separated by body weight. But this is Romina Bastin from Great Britain. She just had a little wobble near the top with her opener. I think it was one of those, it was so light, you don't give it your full concentration and then it comes and bites you. This should be okay. Much better.
Yeah, that looks better. Held onto the bar a lot better that time.
100% focus and 3 wide lights. Now Petku is going up from 140 to 150 for a 10 kilo PB.
Yeah, that's a big personal best, and you know, a nice thing to take out of the day. Didn't have a great time on bench. You know, let's see if we can get a personal best here. You know, at a European International Championship, to take away a personal best is absolutely phenomenal. We're just waiting for the platform to be readied.
I'm sure the lifters will be grateful.
Yeah, an extra
the
minute
extra
or so
seconds.
rest doesn't hurt at the moment because it's becoming a pretty quick turnaround in this
And
one.
there's no need to wear wraps for longer than planned.
Joanna Betko, your personal best attempt at 10 kilos. Let's go. How hard? Higher, higher.
Oh, it looks good.
Yeah, I think she's got that there. She has.
Congratulations, your personal best.
Adds 10 kilos to her best ever deadlift.
And just looking ahead, well, the bar has been done to the 69s. I can tell you that Cara has gone up 10 kilos in the second round. Bryan's has gone up 12.5, and if both are successful, that will overcome the body weight differential.
Yeah, that'll pump Bryan's up into the silver medal.
In total, that is.
And she'll be eyeing off and seeing if an opportunity presents to go after the gold on the last lift as well.
All depends on Johansson. I mean, if Johansson makes her second of 200, she's going to be very difficult to catch.
And, you know, Bryan's gets herself up into the silver medal overall. She doesn't want to lose that silver chasing after a gold and let Cara through.
It's awkward because it might be the only chance in her career to lift for the gold. So what do you chase?
Yeah, it's a tough call, isn't it?
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Now Ines Cara, 182.5. Looks good. That was in the 69s.
So that puts Cara on a 550 total at the moment.
Lights. Lights. Arnold, lights.
Just waiting on the referee's lights.
Good.
And there it is.
Finally, a
Now
good
the
lift.
screen can change.
Then Hansen Elder, get ready.
Now Chelta in the 63s,
Bara
gone up
slowly.
10 kilos to
Chelta.
185. As you can see from the graphic that will appear on your screen, this will put her into 4th place in deadlift, but into silver medal position overall. Maybe we missed the graphic. Lifters to follow, of course, who can push her back down. The battle is to be the best of the rest. Behind Solovyova, that's a great
Well,
lift.
that looks solid, and that gives her an opportunity to roll up into silver temporarily overall.
Then we have Ingrid Hansen.
Now Ingvild Hansen in the 69s.
Bara slowly.
One of those lifters who unfortunately cannot make a total, but is still contending in deadlift. And this will put her, as you can see, into silver medal position in deadlift in the 69s with lifters to follow. Looks good.
Yeah, I think that's a solid lift. It is.
3 whites, and now Lauren Elder. 192.5 to move into 3rd place in deadlift. She's going to be just outside the medals overall.
Well, she picked up the bronze in the squat. Didn't have a great time on bench. Now looking to see if she can pick up another medal in deadlifts. She is a great deadlifter.
Oh, that's good. Now we wondered, was this the day she would hit 200? And will they be looking at positions, or will they just go 200? I'd love to see it. She's been so close in the past. This is Lulova, 197.5 in the 63s. As you can see from the screen, this is to go into 3rd place in deadlift and into silver medal position overall. Chelta currently 2nd on 517.5. This will put Lulova to 522.5 and a 5 kilo advantage going into the 3rd round.
She has looked good all day and still looks good. Fatigue just
You think maybe
sticking a
close
little.
to the limit now?
I think we're getting on the edge there now. She's been really good all day.
Now Jenny Marie Johansson in the 69s. She's taking 200 kilos, and let's just say if she makes this, she will be very difficult to catch.
Yeah, I think she'll be very difficult to peg down if she gets this one on the board. And I think the idea of taking home a gold medal is giving her that extra motivation, that extra adrenaline.
Oh, it's
she's got
easy.
that.
There's more in the tank. And
There
can
is.
anyone possibly now beat Johansson? Well, Katrin Zilberzan probably would, but she didn't get a bench in. And her contention now is for deadlift gold to go with her squat gold. She comes out with 202.5 kilos.
Well, she's going to have to work hard if she wants a deadlift gold. Don't think Bryans is going to let it have it easily.
Bryans is heavier than Zilberzan as
She's
well.
going to have to outlift. Oh, it's tough.
Just couldn't hold on
control it. She got a long, long down command and couldn't hold on to it, unfortunately.
Yeah, she'd probably lost it in knees anyway, I think. So this is Holly Bryans for a 10 kilo PB, one of the biggest lifts of her career.
And this will
She absolutely smashed the opener, but this is 12 2.5 kilos more. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Well, this will temporarily put her into the gold medal for deadlift.
And more importantly, into silver medal position overall.
Yeah, that's what she wants. She
This will
wants to
put her to
overtake.
5.52. Johansson's already on 5.65.
It's a big lift. It's a big personal best. But her opener rocketed up. Oh, and that moved well
yes,
too.
that looks good. And it's 3 white lights, and Bryans goes into the lead in deadlift in the 69s.
And that
And
gives
there
her
are
a
two,
couple of kilos.
Yeah, there are 2 lifts to go. We'll summarize everything after the next 2 lifts.
Bryans doesn't need much to stay in second position. She's put in a bit of a placeholder, I think. Over with 2:12.5. She is the European champion.
Oh, that was better than the opener.
Yeah, that's looking a lot better now.
And talking about placeholders, Elder has gone 220.
You know, if it was anyone else, other than Lauren Elder, I'd think, yes, definitely a placeholder. With Lauren, you just never know.
Catherine Bach, 217.5 kilos. To take her within 7.5 kilos of the World Masters 1. Now, I guess what we've got to figure out is, if she makes it, is there another 8 kilos there? This is almost certainly, well, no, don't write Solovyova off. Movement to the lead in the deadlift, 1 round to go. That looks good. I would say there's another 8 there.
Yeah, look, I think if she's not risking anything, it's certainly worth pulling for that record.
Well, maybe, I don't know, maybe deadlift gold is more important. She certainly wants to be in a position where she lifts after Solovyova. And there we have the deadlifts very quickly. Back leads from Solovyova and Lulova in the 63s. And it's Bryans from Johansson from Zilbersan in the 69s. More importantly, subtotals. Solovyova is clear in the 63s.
No
the focus is on the 69s. Johansson is on 5.65, probably too far ahead of the other 2, but there is only 2.5 kilos separating Bryans and Cara, and Bryans is the heavier.
And I think Bryans has got enough pull to hold on to that. I mean, her second looked just as good as her first.
And that was a big PB. Now, Romina Bastin, 1.25.
That looked better than all the other deadlifts she's done, I think. Great way to finish.
Now, Petcu from Romania. Ioana Petcu.
Adding 20 kilos to her PB coming into this competition at 140.
Well, the 150 looked convincing. And you can just feel this building and building.
She might not be able to total, but she can take something away from this competition.
And I can tell you Solovyova's gone 225. Bach has gone 227.5.
Not quite there today.
And of course, both Solovyova and Bach are Masters 1. Either or both of them could take the world deadlift record today.
Yeah, it's an interesting scenario when you have two masters lifters battling out the championship in the Opens. Just goes to show this sport is such an incredible sport, and so there's so, I mean, and these are not unusual examples.
Well, look at Bernie McGurk yesterday hitting the podium at 55. Now Inez Carter, 187.5. This would put her into silver medal position overall, and then she would just have to sit back and wait and see what Holly Bryans can do.
No, it's not quite there. Now, there's Holly.
Well, she's
Drop
got the
hers.
silver. Bryans has got the silver overall. Big decisions. Does she chase the gold with a Hail Mary? Does she consolidate the silver? But
It's a
before that,
big decision,
it's
isn't
Marta
it?
Chelta from Norway. And just a reminder, because I forgot, you cannot chip a Masters 1 record in an open competition.
That's correct.
So much going on. This is to move into silver medal position in 63 deadlifts. She's in 5th place overall. Sorry, she's in 5th place in deadlift. And now Ingvild Hansen cannot make a total in the 69s, but this is to move into bronze medal position in the deadlift.
And Bryans would have to pull, what, 220? If Johansson's successful at 205, Bryans would have to pull 220. Or 220, or more than 220.
Because she's heavier. Oh, it's a great lift from Hansen. Now Lauren Elder, she has gone for 200. She was at 220 at one point,
Yeah, she
but
dropped it back to 200.
we knew that was a placeholder.
Would really love to see
And
Lauren
this
get
is
the 200 here
this
today.
is for Lauren to join the 200 deadlift club. And that club doesn't have many female members. So come on, Lauren. Wait for the celebration if this is good.
Yeah, we'll see the trademark belt snap at the end. She's done 197.5 before.
She looked good with her second at 192.5.
Come on, Lauren.
Here we
Get
go.
the 200.
No,
Not today.
not today.
Yeah, she's not feeling great after that one. Yeah, the tight belt. It makes it tough.
Yeah, and the tight deadlift suit. So this is Radostina Lulova, Bulgaria, 202.5 kilos. Below her PB, but she looked quite close to her limit.
Yeah, she was getting close to the limit. She's only added the 5 kilos, and I think that's
Look,
a really smart move.
She's not going to change positions. She's second overall. She's third in the deadlift. That's not going to change.
She's still pulling. It's going.
Oh,
She's got
wow.
it there. I think she's done it.
Wow.
She has.
2-1.
What a lift. What a fight. She has
And
been
finally,
outstanding.
she breaks into a big smile. She's been poker face, game face all day. But she realizes how hard she had to work
Look
for
at
that.
that work.
Look at that battle. Now Zilberzan, this to go into the lead in the deadlift in the 69s on body weight.
Yeah, I think Bryans will take that away from her though.
Yeah. But she missed this weight last time. Has she got anything left?
Those 3 bench presses that she had to work for with no success has really taken it out. can she get it there?
Oh, what a
I
battle,
think she
what a
can.
battle, what a battle.
Can she lock it though? I don't know if she has.
Oh, wait for the referees. I didn't hear a down command. No.
No, she hasn't been able to lock that out.
One for downward movement, one for not locked out. What a battle, though. She just refused to lose.
Coach is going to go for a walk to the jury, but I don't know he's going to have a lot of joy there.
No, I mean, the left knee was never locked, was it?
No, the hips didn't come forward.
No. Jenny Marie Johansson, 205. If there was any doubt about her becoming the champion, I think this extra 5 kilos, if she can make it, will dispel that doubt. But she's within range of a Hail Mary if she doesn't make it.
Yeah, if she misses this, the 217.5 for bronze is enough. Oh, she's not going to miss it though.
Wow. Nobody is going to beat her now. Look at the Norwegians celebrate. And Holly Bryans, will she change?
Yeah, they dropped it down. I thought they would.
Yeah, 207.5. It'll still be a huge PB. It will be the gold medal in deadlift if she gets this. It will be the silver medal overall. And if you'd told her at the start of the day she'd have a lift for that, she'd have laughed at you.
Yeah, I think if you told her she was going to finish in the silver medal overall, she would have probably slapped you and told you you were being stupid. But here she is. And we talk about in equipped lifting being consistent and doing the work.
And being in the place to take advantage of others' mistakes by not making mistakes yourself.
This would be
So
a
this
way
is
to
for
finish.
the gold in deadlift for Holly Bryans. Already guaranteed overall silver.
What a way to finish this would be.
And a 15 kilo personal best on the deadlift.
Oh my God, she's so strong.
She's still pulling. Oh, I think she's got it. I think she has it. Yes, 2-1. It's a good lift for Bryans, and what a day she has had.
That is outstanding. What a way to finish.
And there are 2 lifts to go in the battle for the deadlift gold.
And this is one heck of a battle. 2 absolute champions battling it out here for the deadlift gold.
And
Solovyova
both
is
Masters
already
ones.
the European champion.
Yeah.
And correct, both Masters ones battling it out.
And the World Masters 1 record is 225, which cannot be chipped in an open competition. So Solovyova is just before it. And the question is, what will back value most? The gold or the world record, or will she go for both?
Yeah, it's a tough call.
She can drop, but almost why would she?
Well, you don't always find yourself in a position to be able to go for a world record.
Easy.
Oh,
No,
she couldn't
no,
hold
no,
on to
no,
it.
no. Well, Bach
Bach
is already
now
the
has a
gold
free run
medalist. She's
at the
got a
world
free run
record.
at the world record, yeah. Oh, and she's not gone down. She has gone up.
She's going.
She's gone to 232.5 kilos. And I hope the audience realizes what's about to happen.
That is a record. If she gets this, that will stand for a long time.
Big kilos is done it before, so we do it now.
But it's 5 kilos more than she needs to do to get the world record.
Well, if you're going to do it convincingly, I say.
Do it in style in front of a home crowd. The final lift of an enthralling session. Katrin Bach to smash the World Masters 1 record to smithereens. And maybe 227.5 would have been the better call.
Just a bit not enough left in the tank, but she already had the gold medal wrapped up in the deadlift, so she had a free opportunity there, not risking anything.
What a morning.
It's been an emotional roller coaster, and today has really demonstrated how important it is when you come to equip lifting to be in the game, to take those opportunities, because we've seen these opportunities.
Let's just talk you through the results first of all. In the 63s, Bach takes the gold with in deadlift 217.5. Soloviova takes the silver. Lulova takes the bronze, and what a lift that was. Lauren Elder just missed the 200, finishes fourth. That will come another day. And in total, Soloviova is the champion from Lulova and Chelta. In the 69s, only 3 of the initial 7 remained. Johansson was the champion with 570 kilos. Holly Bryans for Great Britain takes the silver, 557.5, and Inez Cara from Austria takes the bronze with 550 kilos. What a morning's competition we have seen.
Well, it's already been exciting. We've got an afternoon group to go yet. I'm not sure I can handle the emotion of another session. But of course, we've got some exciting lifting coming this afternoon as well with the 93 and 105 men. That is going to be absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, that starts at 1500 hours local time here in Tisted in Denmark. One last shout out in this session to our sponsors, Rogue and SPD, the premier sponsors, without whose help and support in so many ways competitions of this standard simply could not take place. Thank you also to Maniac Fitness and Hansu Power for their continued support. Please stay with us for the victory ceremony. The platform is being prepared. It is only a couple of minutes away. Join us in the commentary booth at 1500 hours local time here in Tisted in Denmark, when we will have 2 groups for you. Group 1 will be the men's 93 class, 9 lifters. The second group that will go back to back with it will be the men's 105 class, 12 lifters. It promises to be fantastic. Stay with us for the victory ceremony. Join us again at 3 p.m. local time.
by our EPF President, Mr. Arnold Wallström from Norway, and the Danish Federation, Powerlifting Federation President, Mr. Klaus Boström. And first the participation medals for each and every lecturer as a thank you for coming here today. So we will start with 63 kilogram category, squat medals. Bronze medal goes to Lauren Elder from Great Britain. A 202.5 kilo wrestling. Silver medal goes to Larissa Soloviova from Ukraine, the 220 kilo wrestling. And the squat gold medal to Radostina Lolova, Bulgaria, with 225 kilos wrestling. Thank you, ladies. Then we will have the bench press medals. Bronze medal in bench press goes to Katrin Bach from Denmark. 107.5 kilos press weight. Silver medal to Marte Kjelta from Norway. 137.5 kilos press weight. And the gold medal in bench press goes to Larissa Soloviova from Ukraine, 152.5 kilos press weight. Thank you, ladies. Then we have the deadlift medals. Bronze medal goes to Radostina Lulova from Bulgaria, 202.5 kilos press weight. And the silver medal to Larissa Soloviova from Ukraine, 212.5 kilos press weight. And the deadlift gold medal goes to Katrin Bach from Denmark, 217.5 kilos per weight. Thank you, ladies. Then we have the total. Bronze medalist is Marte Chelta from Norway with 517.5 kilos total. Silver medalist is Radostina Lulova from Bulgaria with a total of 527.5 kilos. Gold medalist, European champion is Larisa Solovyova from Ukraine with a total of 585 kilos. Please stand up for the national anthem of Ukraine.
Я буду підспівувати.
69 kilo category squat medals. Bronze medal goes to Ines Karen, Austria, with 225 kilos tested. Silver medal goes to Jenny Johansen from Norway, 230 kilos tested. And the squat gold medal goes to Katrin Silberson from Germany with 242.5 kilos squat. Thank you, ladies. Then we have the medals in bench press. Bronze medal goes to Holly Bryans, Great Britain, 130 kilos. Silver medal goes to Jenny Johansen from Norway with 135 kilos tested. And the bench press gold medal goes to Ines Karen from Austria, 142.5 kilos tested. Thank you, ladies. The medals in deadlift. Bronze medal goes to Ingvild Hansen from Norway, 192.5 kilos tested. Silver medal goes to Jenny Johansen from Norway with 205 kilos tested. And the gold medal in deadlift goes to Holly Bryans from Great Britain, 207.5 kilos tested. you, ladies. And the medals in total. Bronze medalist is Ines Carter from Austria. The total of 550 kilos. Silver medalist is Holly Bryant from Great Britain. A total of 557.5 kilos. And the gold medalist, European champion is Jenny Johansen from